I too am jumping on a vertical anamorphic train. Over the last couple of years, and especially over the last couple of months, this vertical anamorphic topic has been becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And with the new Blazar photo lens that can turn sideways, they showed it off in NAB, which I'll lay screenshot or like a screen recording or something like that. And with that release too, I do believe like this topic is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I wanted to jump onto that train and wanted to test stuff out and, try and understand how I can use this creatively and, in general test, because testing is fun and vertical anamorphics, it turns out, is also cool. So I wanted to share with you a lot of those tests and kind of explain everything. I have a lot of stuff that I want to cover, so here are the timestamps, and if you choose to, you can jump around, of course, but I would love for you to stay for the whole video. But even if you're going to jump around, I would highly recommend that you check, you know what? No, watch the whole video. I think that's watch the whole video. Let's go. For the test that I'm going to show you today, I have used two cameras and two sets of lenses. I have the FX30, which is an APS-C camera and can record in 16:9. And I have the Canon C500 Mark II, which is a full-frame camera, has a 17:9 sensor. It can record 17:9, 4:3, or 6:5. And everything that I've done was in, except one video, which I'm going to show you the difference between 17:9 and 4:3 mode and 6:5 mode. Except that everything was shot in 4:3 because the lenses I'm using are Super 35 lenses, so 4:3 mode is really enough to get what we want out of the lens. As far as the lenses go, I have the Laowa Nanomorph 28-55, which is on loan to me from Laowa for a couple of projects that I've done, which I'll talk about someday else, which is a 1.5x anamorphic lens. And I had two Proteus lenses. One was the 35mm and the other one was a 60mm, and they were on loan to me from a local film production company with the C500 Mark II called Boxfish, which you can go follow them. It's pretty cool, and if you follow them, you might also see me on the stories, so that would be pretty cool. One of the first things when we're going into vertical anamorphic is understanding what does vertical anamorphic mean and how we can achieve that. There are two ways of achieving this, and they will give different results. You can either go with a horizontal camera, just like a normal camera, and then anamorphic lens turned sideways, so it would be the vertical anamorphic. This would give us a different aspect ratio and different characteristics, because since you're turning the lens 90 degrees, all of your characteristic would also turn 90 degrees. So just as an example, a horizontal flare would become a vertical flare. Or we can turn the camera 90 degrees, just like what we would use for a social media stuff. We could turn that around and then our lens would stay the same. That would mean our characteristics don't change direction. So we're still getting the horizontal flares, and we're not getting the vertical flares. These are the two ways that we can use them. Depending on the sensor size, depending on the recording modes, we will be getting different aspect ratios. Normal anamorphic or vertical anamorphic, the squeeze factor and the sensor recording mode plays a big role in this whole anamorphic world. Just to give you a little bit of understanding, I have written some stuff down. So I think at the end, I really like the results. I really like the results because I think this gives such an immersive feel to the image that you would not normally. One of the reasons that I love anamorphic lenses is that they feel immersive, and this means bokeh, this means focus fall off, this means distortion. And when we go to this like vertical anamorphic route, especially my favorite would be turning the lens around. That kind of gives such a different feel, such a different immersiveness, and even more of that immersiveness because I don't know, now the aspect ratio changes because now the distortion changes, the flare, the bokeh rotation, they all change and they kind of give this like immersive image to you again. Like, yes, anamorphics normally already do that, and it kind of gives like, I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that the aspect ratio is different, but it just feels a lot more immersive, which I really enjoyed now, and I do think I will use it more. I think there's a much bigger conversation to be had about aspect ratios because, again, this vertical anamorphic topic has a lot to do with aspect ratios too. So I do think that aspect ratio point is huge because, like, yes, you can still crop it to 2:4:1 or like 2:1 or whatever you want, but I don't know, it's just different. At the end, I really liked it. I really liked vertical anamorphic. I do see myself using it a lot too. I really want to try Remus lenses with vertical anamorphic because I have seen the results from like other people, and I do think they will also be like really great for this type of stuff. But Proteus and Nanomorph were also like really great for this. And there's also, I think, Cine Daily's Joshua has said in his video, and I have heard like some more people say like this vertical anamorphic thing feels like medium format, large format photography thing. I get the idea why that would feel like that. I cannot say if it really feels like it. I have not tried a large format camera or medium format for that sense, so I cannot really comment on that, but I do get the idea because when you say large format, medium format, you have kind of a look in your head, and I think that really, like this vertical anamorphic thing really gets you there, kind of, but I don't know. I have to test that too to understand it. I might have talked a lot, but at the end, I like vertical anamorphic. I like the sideways anamorphic lens and normal camera more than I like the normal anamorphic lens and the sideways camera. But again, they're both different and they will give different results and different feelings for everyone. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. And I think I will do more. I don't know if these videos will be like that, but I mean, this don't look half bad, right? Yeah, cool. Let's do the color check again, just to be sure. Oh, I didn't say bye. Thank you for joining me. I have a lot more videos coming up, which I don't know if I can spoil. I can spoil you. There's a wide angle on an anamorphic lens, which is going to be pretty cool. Proteus lenses and C500 Mark II and all that stuff, and I'm pretty excited for that, so stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe, all that, they do really help, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for joining. Bye. Woo! I'm done.